Hi, I have some exciting updates for you all on my handwriting plugin. The first major thing is, and this is going to sound like a bit of a downer, but I've moved the plugin off tldraw. It no longer uses tldraw, but what it does use is the underlying technology that the same person wrote, which is perfect freehand. Let's go through a whole bunch of other small changes, some of which have been enabled by this change and some of which have just been a long time coming. Now we're in Obsidian here, so I'll create a new note, and the first thing you'll notice if I add in a new writing section is that we have this full screen button here. So you can do that in drawing or writing, and you can scroll down a lot easier and you can stay in here if you want to. Now, something that's been asked for is if I click on this overflow menu here, we've got this erase all option. So I can click erase all and I can erase everything on the screen. Something I can also do is I can remove the embed, and it asks me, do I just want to remove the embed or do I want to remove and delete the file? Now, if I insert a drawing that I've already done somewhere else, so you can see we've got this new dialog here, and it asks me, do I want to reference that existing drawing or make a duplicate? I'm going to reference it. Now, if I go to delete this, remove this embed, it actually just removes it. It doesn't ask me that because it knows it's already used in another file. As well as that, we have easier copy and paste. So if I simply select this like I would any other text, I can copy it and I can paste it down here. It puts in this little option here before you finish pasting. Now in the settings, there's a few different options. So enable books companion app. We'll skip over that this video. But we've got dominant hand here. So if I say right, then we have certain things on the right. If I say left, then you'll notice when I open this up, the resize is on the left here and the undo is on the right. We also have a line height option. So I can change the line height here for my writing embeds, and it won't affect any embeds you already have created. So if I add a new embed here, new handwriting section, you'll see it has a bigger line height. If you look here for smoothing and pressure for writing and smoothing and pressure for drawing, we have three options: auto, pen, and mouse. And you can see it's automatically detected that I'm using a mouse. So most people can leave it on auto. In some instances, like on a Windows computer with a stylus that reports itself as a mouse, or on an Android tablet, sometimes it reports itself as a mouse, it'll detect mouse when it's actually a pen. So you can come into the settings and you can change it to pen, or you can change it to mouse depending on whatever you want to do. Pen settings will give you pressure sensitivity from the pen itself and a latency that follows what your pen does and doesn't try and overly smooth it. Whereas mouse will simulate pressure. It will smooth it more, which is a nicer experience on mice. Now I'm going to do a squiggle here. Let's make it look like the number 1. Do a number 2 here, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and then I'll delete all of this. Now, everyone's asked for undo. Well, now it's unified. So if I hit Command Z, you can see it brought back the text from within the markdown note, but if I hit it again, it undid the 6 from the drawing. If I do it again, it is doing the 5 here. It just got rid of that. Now 4, now 3, now 2, now 1. And I can redo with Command Shift Z. And so you can go back and forth and it applies across your note and across your drawings. Now, if you lock your drawings, then it can't undo that anymore, but it will still undo the other ones. Now, another one is the ability to move and change the perspective of the camera. So I can now use my right mouse button to change the position. Now, if I lock this as I usually would, it just goes back. So what I can what I can do is I can move it over here to draw something, and then I can lock it and it goes back to where it was. You used to like always frame every stroke, but now we have the ability to save the camera. So if I want it to stay here, I can click this lock button, which saves the framing as well. So I save that and now it's there. And now I can go in and notice I'm holding Command and using the mouse scroll wheel. And I can draw something in here, and then I can lock it without saving the framing, and it goes back to where it was. I can also hold Command and press the right mouse button to zoom in and out. I'm going to draw, say, a storyboard. And now my storyboard's drawn. I'm going to frame that there, and maybe shrink that a little bit and save the framing. And let's get rid of everything else that's on this page. Now, as we saw before, I'm going to copy this and paste it down here. And I'm going to say reference it. And I'm going to zoom in on number 1. And save that framing. I'm going to paste it again, and I'm going to zoom in on number 2 and save that framing. So these are all referencing the same file. If I want to edit this at any point, I can open this and I can zoom out and I can draw in number 2, and you'll see number 2 updates down here, number 2 updates up here, and I can lock this without saving the framing and I get back to number 1. All of these are referencing the same file, but you've got different camera views of them. So that's really handy. Bear in mind that the format has changed, so it won't convert your old files to the newer format yet. But that'll come after everyone's tested it a little bit and when I release it fully. And that's it. Thanks for joining.